Hi everyone, and welcome back to Makeup Obsession. It's your girl Anne. I'm back after taking quite a bit of a break, and I'm so excited to be back on here with another video. We are going to do a review and a try on of the new Makeup by Mario makeup line. So I got some palettes from him. I got 3 of his eye palettes, and I got the Master Metal Manipulator. This is like the mixing medium. So these are all the stuff that I got. I skipped the others just because I'm not really interested in trying them. But if you guys would like me to try the others, just let me know in the comments below. I haven't really done any makeup shopping in a long time. This is one of the new launches that really did caught my eye. I love Mario. He is the makeup artist of Kim Kardashian. I do love his aesthetic, and I was just excited to see what he has in store for his brand, and I'm just happy with all of the products. I think they will perform really well. I have positive feelings towards these products. Let us test them out. I don't have any eye makeup on today and eyebrows because I want to try the Master Mattes. He said that this could be used as an eyebrow and an eyeshadow like powder, so we're gonna use this. So first off that I noticed is that the white packaging is like, it's a plastic packaging. It's really small. As you guys can see, it's smaller than the palm of my hand. I didn't expect the palettes to be this small. I thought they were gonna be a little bit bigger, but I do like the packaging. It does catch dust because it's white, so you know, you can see the dust, but you can just easily wipe it off. I like that it's a shiny finish because it's gonna attract less dirt. If when you open it up, there's a little bit of a mirror. It doesn't go all the way. You know, it doesn't open all the way. It only like stays to like up to here, like probably like 100 something degrees. And there are about 12 shades in this palette. So there are different shades that are inspired by skin tone, human skin tone. That's what he said. And I think for my eyebrows, I will be trying this one. This is called Matte 11. By the way, if you turn it, flip it backwards, you can see the names of the colors here, which is just like Matte 1 to Matte 12. So not really like crazy about the names, but I guess his goal is not really to make it like, he wants it to be consumer definitely, but he wants it to be just simple, classic, and chic. So I think he got his purpose right there by naming the names just very like neutral and ordinary, I guess. So with Matte 12, I'm gonna take my brush. So what I have on my brows, I just have like a little bit of loose powder. That's just how I like prepping my brows. So I'm just working with a little bit of a brush. This is from Morphe. It's last year's holiday collection, I believe. So I really like that. I think it looks natural and it's easy to work with. So I'm gonna do the other eyebrows and then I'll be right back. Alrighty, so now that the brows are done, I have to say I like how they turned out. I think that the brows look good. This powder is really easy to work with, and I love how it turned out. So for my eyes, I just prepped it with the regular eye primer. Like, this is the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in original, and I'm gonna grab some clean brushes and I will work with this shade first. I like this one. It's like a warm brown. It's a warm brown. It reminds me of like a kind of like a milk chocolate, like a very light colored milk chocolate. And I'm gonna apply this one all over my crease. So not a lot of kickback at all on that color as well. And I just dipped a little bit, and as you guys can see, it's blending out really nicely. So this is my first time playing with these shadows, and I'm really happy with it so far. I'm gonna grab another blending brush, and I will grab this shade right here just to diffuse the outer parts of this shadow. So far it's blending really nice. Oh no, I think I picked up some of the black. Alrighty, so far the color is not blending away. It's blending, but it's not blending away. It's just diffusing really nicely into the second color, so I like that so much. I'm taking this in quite a bit on the inner corner, just to give it a little bit more dimension. I actually like that. It looks like a really nice daytime kind of a color, like a eyeshadow. So I'm picking up, this is like a warm chestnut brown. It's like a beautiful reddish brown. And I'm gonna grab that, and this is a smaller blending brush, so it will really just go on the crease of my eye and not take it any further. I love that. It looks beautiful. Let's kind of kick back just a little bit, just very faintly. I'm gonna go back with the first shade that we were playing with earlier because I want to diffuse that a little bit more. So I will be playing with this shade right here, which is less red than the one beside it. Oh, that's really pretty. So I will be picking up this shade right here, which is like an espresso brown, and I will grab my flat shader brush. I kind of messed this shadow up, this specific color, because I don't know, I think my eyebrows are oily and it got on the product a little bit, like you can see. I think my eyebrows are oily and it got on the product a little bit, like you can see that oil sitting on top of it. I'm gonna use this shade as an eyeliner shade. I love doing this technique because it just looks very nice. It gives the shadow some dimension without being too much. And then with a little bit of my, this is like a flat brush, but it's slightly fluffy, and I'm gonna blend the edges out. I'm gonna apply like a nice metallic on the main lid, so I'm doing this just to give it a little bit of added dimension. I'm gonna take this a little bit right underneath as well, and like what I said earlier, we're gonna blend that out. These are looking quite nice. So far, what do you guys think? I love it. So we're gonna play with this other palette, and I'm really excited because this palette is actually what I've been eyeing to try. I don't have anything like this, and it's this palette right here. It's the Master Metal Eyeshadow Palette, and this is like the cream one, or the powder to cream one, and it does come with, so when you purchase this, it does come with like a little palette. So you just pull it out like this. It looks like one of the you know, the free combs that you get at airlines. So this one is like a small one. It's kind of wedged a little bit so that I guess nothing, if the liquid will not like fall or drip. And I also got the Master Metal Manipulator, which is the mixing medium. And I thought at first I didn't get this one. I was like, when I opened this one, I thought, oh, it doesn't have the spatula. But the spatula is with the manipulator. So if you get these, this one comes in its own set. And the palette comes with, the mixing plate comes with the palette. So I think that's really genius because it makes you want to buy them both. So they look super pretty that I am hesitant to try them or scratch them or anything like that. But we're gonna try to, before I scrape them, let me just try it out on my finger and see how it feels. So they don't have that much of a striking pigment, but they do have that really beautiful shimmer factor. So this one is this rose gold right here. I saw Hindash mix this copper shade, or this, yeah, copper shade and this rose gold shade together, and I think I'm gonna do that today. But let me try the copper. Yeah, so they feel like cream, but once it's on your hand, it does feel like powder. I've scraped like a little bit, and you can see it on the palette. And then I'm gonna grab a flat brush. Quite nervous to do this. I think I'm gonna gather all my pigments first. Just gather all of them together so that I won't make a big mess out of this palette. And yeah, I think this is enough for both eyes because I'm only gonna apply this on the main lid. And I think this is say to shake. It doesn't really say to shake, but just for the sake of maybe it needs to be shaken. One drop. Okay, so I just dropped one drop of this, and let me mix that up. Ooh, this is really cute. I think this is really pretty. Okay, so I'm getting something. Try it on the eyelid. Oh, this is really beautiful, you guys. A beautiful shimmer. I really like that mixture. I think Hindash did a great job of figuring out that those two shades work well together. Yeah, I think this looks beautiful. It looks very metallic. It's just a beautiful rose gold shade. So that mixture that I played with, actually, it was only enough for one eye. So if you mix a little, I'm gonna mix a little bit more later, but how pretty is that? That is just super pretty. So it covered a little bit of the shadow liner that we worked with, but oh my god, that's really beautiful. We're gonna apply a little bit of what's left just under. For the main lid, I'm gonna top it off with a Master Metallic shade that I think this is really pretty. I love the way that this palette looks. Look at that. So I think I'm gonna apply this shade right here, which is kind of like a pinky bronze. It's a duochrome. It has pink and it has bronze in it. So I'm gonna grab the same brush, hopefully. Oh, it's really, really creamy. Really, really creamy shade. So just on the center, because I don't wanna cover the first shade that we did use. I'm gonna try my finger this time and see. Ooh, look at that. It's so much more it's crazy because they're so much more reflective than the earlier palette that we used. So okay, try. It's really soft. It's really a soft shadow because I barely touched it with my brush, but a lot of the product kind of sunk. Like the shadow has a dent already. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't really like that, but as long as the shadow works, I guess. Yeah, it's very soft. Just anything could dent it. Like, look at that. I'm gonna apply this shadow right here, just on the inner corner, and a little bit under. Oh, that's a beautiful color. It's very reflective. And what surprised me is I do want to try taking a little bit of the Master Manipulator with like a powder eyeshadow. I want to see how it will work. What I'm gonna do so that I don't break my eyeshadow is that I will just like dip the brush on the eyeshadow, and I'm gonna probably get a lot of it and grab just like a tiny dot of the Master Manipulator, apply it at the back of my hand, and see if this is gonna work as an eyeliner, like as a liquid liner. So it's not really the blackest black, of course, when you mix it up, but let's see. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna dip it into my eyeshadow. Just on that thin strip right there. And you guys, it does kind of perform like a liquid liner. It's not as saturated though. I'm gonna show you guys in a second. I like it because it's just like soft. Like it supports the look. It's not, like I said, it's not like a heavy black eyeliner. Let me show you guys. So this is what it looks like with the Master Metals. It's like a faint kind of black. And let me try swatching this black because I feel like it's darker swatched. So yeah, it's darker swatched than it is on that line. All right, guys, I finished my whole makeup and this is the finished look. Before my final thoughts, I think that Makeup by Mario is a really good brand, high quality. A lot of the products in here are very useful for a professional, or if you're just trying out with makeup. Definitely easy to manipulate, definitely easy to mix and match. I love the packaging. I think he did a great job with the packaging. It's just beautiful. I really like that the shimmers are separated with the mattes, because if you're a pro, that's something that you would appreciate. And if you want something natural, you can just like get this one and you have all the neutral colors that you will ever need. So I really enjoy the matte palette. I think it's such a complete palette. It has everything that you will ever use. You know, there's a creamy shade, there's a black shade, there's a lot of the shades in between for like adding dimension to the eyes, smoky eyes, neutral eye, you name it. I think one color that would be useful here would be like a flat white shade, because this cream right here could not be light enough for some skin tones, but this one's pretty light. It's just maybe adding a white color would be really beneficial to this palette. But so far overall, I really like how this palette performs. So let's move on to the next one, which is the Master Metals eyeshadow palette, and this is the 5-pan palette where you can add a mixing medium and really create like a nice metallic opaque effect on the eyes. So personally, I really am not into that look of like opaque, like liquid metal on the eyes. To me, it's not something that I would wear. But if you are an artist and you are looking for a product that you can manipulate in such a way, this is a beautiful palette. However, if you are not really into that opaque metallic look, I think you will achieve the same looks and the same colors with this palette right here. So in my opinion, if you're looking for a palette like to purchase, skip this and get the Master Metallics palette. It has 12 different metallic shades, and like I said, the shades are really reflective. They have like pearls in them, and they do have a much more reflective quality when they're dry. The only negative thing about this palette that I noticed is that it's easily dented. So I just use this palette once and look at how much dent it made on the shadow and even on the shadow right here. So if you are an eyeshadow collector and, you know, I just don't like seeing my shadows look like they've been like something dug through them, but I'm really careful with my eyeshadows, and to my surprise, this eyeshadow is super creamy and soft that you just like pick up a little bit. It grabs quite a good amount. It's creamy, which is a good thing, and the only thing is that it's like too soft that you can literally see the palette. You can literally see where you picked up from the palette. So that's the only thing. So one thing too about the 5-pan palette is that when they're dry, they don't have that much shimmer and reflect to them as compared to the Master Metallics. Now let's move on to the this one, the Master Metal Manipulator. Honestly, I like it. I think it does work a great job at making the cream eyeshadows appear more vivid, appear more metallic, and look more like liquid metal. Like I said, I tried this to create an eyeliner, a black eyeliner, using the Master Mattes, and I'm just glad that it didn't break the eyeshadow. Some manipulators like that will make the shadow dry on the surface, and you cannot use it anymore. So I did apply a little bit on a brush, and then I just like swipe my brush here a few times, but it didn't really, it made the surface look wet, but it didn't really harden the surface, which is a good thing. When I created that eyeliner using the eyeshadow, I thought that I will get an opaque shadow, or I will get like a long-lasting shadow at least. I didn't really get that. I just like rubbed some water, and the black that I swatched here earlier was gone, like with just a swipe of a finger. And on my eyes, it's not really lasting very long. Like I have to layer a liquid liner on top of it for it to work the way that I want it to work. So I don't really recommend it to mix eyeliners. I guess this is just a product that you can work with pigments, with like loose pigments that you have. I think it's going to work perfectly fine with your loose pigments. And also if you want to create that liquid metal look. So overall, I think this brand is something that is pretty okay. The products are pretty okay. They're not astoundingly different or unique to other products. In my opinion, the most unique product that you can get from this collection is the Master Metal Manipulator, because a mixing medium is kind of hard to find in a commercial environment. So this is kind of hard to find if you're in Sephora and, you know, Ulta or something. So it's cool that there's a mixing medium that's available for non-professionals that is easy to find, and you don't have to buy it from like a specialty store, because usually that's the case when it comes to mixing mediums. They're just not available everywhere. So also this product you can use on like hydroliners. I think they will I think this product is definitely gonna be a good thing to use on your pigments and like hydroliners and stuff like that. So that's the only unique product that I can find, because the palettes, they're okay. They're not really something that stands out in my opinion. The only thing I guess that stands out is the fact that it is created by Mario himself. So yeah, that's all you guys for my review and try on. I hope you like this video, and I'll see you guys again on the next one. Before you leave my channel, make sure that you subscribe and click the notification bell below for more videos to come. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.